Hey, it's moving. That is to say, the counter is. This internet seems to take a while to warm up. I just wanted to see how bad I looked. I didn't look too bad considering that a minute ago I was feeling rather achy. I couldn't really upload the first video. I'm going to try to do it again later, which is called I'm a Degenerate, telling you about what's going on with my physical condition. And so today is one of my scheduled days off. I figured I'd go do some shopping, which takes a lot of mental prep. I have to drive to a handicap parking lot where there's a cart sitting already. Fortunately, this place usually has it. And I went in and I'm throwing my stuff in the basket. And I meet this hipster type of guy, young guy with the fleece on, with the northern fleece on. And we're both down in the sauce aisle. And he's like, oh, wow, it's great. There's nobody here. Because it was like 8 in the morning. And I'm like, yeah, this is when I like to come in. He's like, yes, nobody in Mastic seems to get up before 11 o'clock. Which is true. It's not a good area, and people are out all night doing all kinds of things, I guess. So I get my stuff together, and I go to a not express checkout because I have a fair amount of items. I'm also cleaning space in my house, like on the surface counter, so where I can put my cereal and things, because I will have difficulty reaching. So I got my big box of bran flakes, and I got this other stuff, and I got some my sauce, which I got in the aisle with the hipster. And the aisles are kind of narrow. I cannot physically maneuver next to the cart, so I kind of have to throw my items on the cart before I get to the belt. So I'm throwing my items, and the chicken rolls off. I say, I can't get the chicken. My hips are locked. I cannot bend. And the woman doing the scanning is about my age, and she's like, I have a bad back. I can't get either. So she have to yell, and we have to get some other person from another aisle. Fortunately, it's like I said, I had 8 in the morning, so it's not too busy. Someone has to come and pick up the chicken, which is like lying there, you know. And I'm like, what a life. And I know this lady by sight. I think she worked in the Pathmark before it became this other market. And she doesn't really want to beg either because she's got a bad back. So she's kind of piling all the items on that little three-sided rolling thing at the end where the bags go. And then we're both packing there. And it was just a sad, sad sight. And then I went over to the park here. We have this little park at the end of one of the drives where people go to be alone. And I drove in there, and there was a guy in the handicapped area. He was like a maintenance truck, kind of parked across the 2 handicap spots. So I parked somewhere else. And there was one other car, and he drove off. Like, it's the kind of place where people want to just go and meditate. So I felt pretty good getting a little air that way. And I got my chicken soup on. And I want to tell you a little bit about my psychological state where I am right now. I've worked through the fact that I'm going to have the physical procedure done. But what's alarming me, what my I don't want to say fright, but what I'm really anxious about is the rehab at home. Because I don't have anyone living here to help me. So I'm a little freaked about, you know, what if I turn and something pops out. However, I've been maneuvering, compensating for my condition for really about 3 years. I was dumping some old medication out of the closet, and I see that I was given like pain pills for this stuff 3 years ago, which I stopped taking because they gave me chest pain. Like, okay, you know, I've worked with this so long. I've worked with pain for 3 years. And now that I feel better psychologically, and I'm feeling the pain differently now. I'm feeling that the origin of the pain, as compared to just like my knees hurt because my hips are bad. But as I was driving home from the supermarket, I got another sentence from God. He said, you will have no more pain. Look at my face. it was one of those things like I had the other day where you didn't hear it, but there was a sentence there. And that's just going to be wonderful. That's going to be fabulous. Never mind, I have to, watch when I bend. I'll have no more pain. And I'm really looking forward to that. Anyway, before I start weeping all over, let me end the video. Thanks.